Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Good to be here with you all. All right. So today I'll be doing my solo show, answering some of your political and current event questions. You can submit that by entering your question into the chat. Get to as many as possible. I'll probably be on for about 45 minutes today, so a little bit shorter of a show. I don't know. We've had a lot of solar flare activity last week, and I'm feeling a bit drained, and my neck is bothering me a little bit. See some people in the chat haven't been feeling the best either. So we'll probably keep it a little bit shorter, but just some announcements real quick. Susan Lynn will be on tomorrow night on my channel at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing more political and current event questions. So we don't typically pull too many questions out of the chat, but we should be talking about a lot of the stuff going on right now. So looking forward to that. I'm not sure if I'll be on next week. I have the Chicago event. I think I leave next Wednesday. So if I'm feeling up to it next Tuesday, I'll try to jump on. But I'll let you all know if I'm going to be on next week. I'm sure there'll be a lot to read about, so I'll try my best. And then I do have a spot or two open for my Holy Fire Reiki class in October. It's October 12th and 13th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern for both days. If you'd like to look at more information for that, or if you want to book, you can go on my website, kevinlovingvibrations.com, and check out all the information on that. If you have any questions, you can send me an email as well. So I think that's it for announcements. Let's see. I do want to say real quick, I saw we could all just send Judy and her dog Lucy some prayers and love. They're going through a bit of a hard time. Sending you a lot of love, Judy, and your little baby Lucy. I'm so sorry. All right. So as I said, I think last week, a lot going on. So let's take a look at I don't even want to call it an attempt because it was really more of a plan. But let's take a look at that. You know, I'm not one for being a conspiracy theorist. As you know, I've disagreed with other psychics on some out there topics. But, and even the first attempt, I didn't feel like it was staged. But something's a little fishy about this. So I want to throw some cards. All right. Lots of good questions coming in. Thank you all so much. Okay. My first hit with this, and what made it feel sketchy to me, is that it wasn't even like it was a planned event. It was kind of a spur of the moment. So why was somebody there to, if they didn't know if Trump was going to be there or not, it wasn't announced publicly. I kind of feel like it's more of an attempt to get that sympathy out for Trump because he's such a victim. Because we all know that he's not doing very well post-debate. He was there for over 12 hours. Okay. Oh, thank you, Judy. But let's take a look. I do feel Donald Trump is getting more and more desperate. I think it's becoming more and more clear that he's probably not going to win the election. So anything to get his base energized, get people to feel sorry for him, I don't see that working for him. But it feels like, and no surprise here, but we got 50 days left before the election. All my empaths out there, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking a break from the TV and the news if you need to. For me, I like to go outside in my garden area just to kind of ground and get some fresh air. I think a lot of us need to be doing that to just make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because the news cycle is just going to be super toxic the next 2 months. All right, let's see. But I wish the news would stop calling it an attempt, because it was a threat. There were no shots fired. And I think I said after the first attempt, I felt like there would be another one. There's something sketchy about it, you guys. I do get that the man who was arrested is not very well. He's not very balanced, a bit of delusional thinking. And it feels like there's definitely some cognitive issues there. You have the emperor coming in, so Trump wanting to be strong, rule with an iron fist, but it's crossed by the devil. Now, I mean, the situation isn't the best, but it just kind of fuels all that hatred and anger, and kind of we know that he likes to throw gasoline on that. There is a sadness, a grief. To me, it feels like where he's doing in the polls. Yeah, he feels a bit trapped and conflicted right now. I think he's really starting to see the writing on the wall. Because you have Kamala Harris, Queen of Swords here. She's a Libra. Is about to embark on a new journey that's filled with success in terms of the presidency. Now there is 7 of Wands, so this is the thief in the night. It's a strategy, trying to come across as strong, the fight. And that's what he's doing. He's causing conflict. I don't think just with this situation, obviously, the Haitians in Ohio, I mean, it's just continuing to add fuel on all the hatred is what I feel. But something feels a bit off with it. I don't want to go too deep into it, but yeah, something's not quite right there. Oh, the guy was a convicted felon. Yeah. And of course, as always, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. But to me, it feels like something that Donald Trump can play on to try to get sympathy and to come across as strong. When this doesn't work and he continues to lose support in the polls, I think we're going to see him inciting a lot more anger, maybe even some violence. The energy feels, that's why I'm saying we all need to kind of take a step back from the news, because it's going to be a bit much. And make sure today's National Registration Day, so please make sure that your voter registration is all good so that we can all go out and vote early by mail on election day. A lot of these states are purging voters, so yeah, I think some other people feel like the energies with what was going on doesn't feel quite right too. All right, you guys. And we already have over 600 people watching. Thank you all so much. Please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe. It all really helps. What's interesting too? I do want to take a look at Trump and Loomer. I don't remember what her first name is. Remember a week or two ago, I kept on, every time I was throwing on Trump, it was like the lovers. and partnerships were coming in. Now, I don't know if they've actually had intimate relationship, but I kind of feel like a lot of the backlash is going to stem from the two of them. So I want to take a look at that relationship. You guys, I'm not taking personal questions. We're doing political and current events, so I will not be answering them. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was grifting almost immediately. And then, you know, they have the gall to say that Kamala Harris and Democrats need to stop with their rhetoric. Oh, really? After you attacked a whole community, you know? You know, we all know that Donald Trump plays on people's fears and their angers. He gets an emotional reaction out of people. And, you know, you continue to get people riled up. I mean, you're not going to be very well liked. Liz Cheney, no, I don't think she's one to be trusted. Janelle, or Janine, no. But I do feel like she may get something in Kamala's administration. I see her, you know, playing middle of the road, but her end goal is power and leadership. So yeah, and lunar eclipse tonight too. Yeah, so the energy is very intense. Yes, Harris will win Pennsylvania. We'll take a look at Diddy, even though I don't really care too much about him, but you know, we'll take a look. He's in trouble. I feel like Diddy will get some jail time for sure. All right. Lots of great questions, you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Okay, let's take a look at was it Laura Loomer? Is that her name? She, you know, not to call somebody out on their looks, but something in the headspace doesn't look like it clicks. She's definitely in the Trump cult. We'll take a look at Ohio. I don't think it's going to go blue, but I think it will come much more to the middle. Laura Loomer and Trump. What's going on with that relationship, Spirit? You got it, Christian. Oh, that's interesting. She does very much look up to him. Yeah, this partnership, whatever's going on there, I do see that ending at some point. I think after the election. There's a male, I think somebody that's running Trump's campaign that's kind of like blowing the whistle, like you need to stop. She's a little bit too much out there. But there is like a hush hush, keep it wraps, and some feelings there for sure. Ace of Cups, it's love, it's relationships. And then next to the moon, it's like they're trying to keep it in the dark. The Tower there, so there's an implosion in that relationship. Five of Swords. I don't know if Trump turns on her, kind of the bully energy, and then there's a sadness and a grief. But I do see like that relationship is moving on at some point. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's intimate. I don't feel like sexual intimacy there, but there's definitely some kind of feelings. To me, it almost feels like she kind of views him as like a fatherly figure. It's kind of how I pick that up. It's strange. It feels like there's an emotional attachment there between the two of them. It doesn't feel like it's physical. Yeah, yuck. I'm with you, Gloria. Yuck. But his campaign's not happy that she's around so much. All right. Let's take a look at Ohio. I'm sorry, everyone. Yeah, there's some daddy issues there, I feel. Karen says, please read on Ohio's feeling about JD. My sense is that he's driving away voters. Oh, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And even when he was running in 2022, he's not very well liked. Ohio's been trending more and more red, though. But I do feel like with what's going on in Springfield, and I think people are having Trump fatigue. I mean, his base is his base; they love him, but I think people are just tired of the grift. Tired that he's coming across, you know, like a toddler having a tantrum. They want a serious adult in the room to lead our country. I'll say I'm in a pretty, not super red district, but our county, but pretty red. And I'm seeing there's more Trump signs than Harris Walsh signs, but I keep seeing Harris Walsh signs popping up everywhere. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me having a rally in Springfield, Ohio. It's disgusting. All right, how's Ohio feeling about GD? Oh, interesting. Yeah, they're not a fan. And I think most Ohioans are kind of sad that that this group of people are being terrorized because of them. I do feel like it's going to change some of the races. There may be a few extra congressional seats that turn blue. I'm not feeling it on a presidential level, but I feel like rather than Trump winning by 8, maybe he wins by 2. So it feels like it's pretty close there. But I do see Sherrod Brown winning as well. But more people voting Democratic than in the past election. They think he's a fool. It's like the illusion delusion. People are sad about and disappointed with all the heartbreak that he's causing the Haitian people in Springfield. And they kind of see him as a bully, him and Trump both. It will make a difference. The tower's coming in, so this is a bit of a shakeup. Illumination coming in with the sun. To me, it feels like it's more balance that they're trying to bring. But the thing is that Ohio should be an easy seat for Trump, and I actually feel like they're going to start having to pour some resources into it to defend it. Same with Iowa. I heard that the poll coming out, Kamala was within like four points, and it was supposed to be a pretty legit poll. I feel like Ohio's going to trend a little bit more blue than Iowa, but I see them both staying red, unfortunately. All right. I do feel like there's some student loan relief coming in Kamala's first term. I don't see them canceling all the student loans, Jessica. Oh, absolutely, Kat. Haitian Americans across America come out in huge numbers. Absolutely. And I know that Florida has a very large Haitian population as well. The cards were very good last week when I threw on Florida. Although intuitively, I don't feel like I feel comfortable enough to call Florida blue. And I do feel like there's a lot of shenanigans that go on in that state. But all right, what else do we want to look at, you guys? Oh, Loomer was born May 21st, so her and Trump are both Geminis. I see North Carolina going blue, Marianne. Yep, I do see that. I feel Kamala is going to be able to hang on all the states that that Biden won. Georgia feels a little bit iffy, although I'm feeling better about it now. But I do feel like her gaining in at least North Carolina. Like I said, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that Florida turns blue. I don't see Texas turning blue on the presidential level, but I do feel like Colin Allred could very well win that Senate seat. So I'm feeling like Kamala Harris gets around 320 electoral votes. Like 319, 320, somewhere around there. I see her 300 plus. No, I don't see Scrotus give the election to the cockroachland. No, not at all. She's going to win so handedly that they're not going to be able to do that. If it was literally like them tied, they would give it to Trump. But I think because she wins in such a landslide, they're not able to manipulate that. Yeah, I see the Democrats keeping the House and the Senate, Annette. Antoinette. The Senate's going to be really close, though, but I see them being able to keep a win. All right, let's take a look at the Supreme Court. What have I said, though? We keep on seeing bombshell reports coming out of there, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. And I feel like after the election's over, I feel Thomas leaving at around the end of this year, beginning of next year. I've been saying that for a while. And I feel like Roberts and Alito will be leaving shortly after. There's going to be a lot of investigations into the Supreme Court, and I do feel like there's a Supreme Court reform. It might not be right in 2025. I feel like investigations may go into 2026, but I definitely feel like maybe it's not term limits just yet. I do feel that at some point, but there can't be a conflict of interest on a case where they'll have to recuse themselves. There'll be things put in place to kind of cut some of that power out of the Supreme Court. Yeah, they will be investigated, Gloria. All right, well, the Supreme Court give the election to Trump. I do feel like there are some legal challenges that they'll take, but it does not feel like it's successful for Trump. There's more information coming out about it, about more of the justices, and I feel them trying to stay out of the spotlight. No. There's resignation, there's defeat here, I think for 3 of them. They're trapped, they're not able to switch the results. Because women will be coming out in droves in this election. More information coming out about this King of Cups. My first thought was Clarence. I'm not sure what his sign is. It feels like it has to do with the insurrection. King of Swords. To me, this feels like maybe Roberts. There's a resignation coming in. Heartbreak. To me, I've got resignation next to the 3, so I feel like 3 people leaving. They're not able to. They're kind of trapped with the election results. They're not going to be able to skew it. And I feel like there's a couple cases that may make it up to the Supreme Court after the election. Let's take a look at Kamala in Georgia. Something feels a bit murky with Georgia this time around. I'm not going to lie. Yep, we need a landslide. Oh, do we have a Trumper troll in here? Y'all can vote who you want to vote for, but I don't think you'll like my content very much, so. That was clearly a troll. Has anybody else? I've definitely been seeing a lot of AI misinformation stuff starting to come out. Trolls and comments supporting Trump. I've been noticing it in some of my comments, not too bad, but I've been seeing a lot of it on Facebook, like in the Facebook videos, and even like some of the YouTube videos that show up to watch. Yeah, we got it. I deleted it and blocked the troll. All right. So just be mindful. I do feel like a lot of that continuing and getting worse between now and the election. Is Kamala going to win in Georgia? I just heard yes. People are disappointed. I'm telling you, people are tired of Trump. The ending's coming for Trump. I'm getting the votes crossing. Georgia might be a little while. I think that one might be one of the challenged ones that may go up to the Supreme Court. I do feel like they're still trying to manipulate in that. Because I have like the support's growing, the resources are coming in for Kamala, crossed by the voters kind of coming out and sharing their voice. But there's a bit of like the waiting and watching and waiting for like all the hard work to pay off. I do get the 5 of Cups with the devil, so there could be a toxic plan here that could cause some grief. But I had Donald Trump come through with the death card. So, I mean, there's an ending there. He's not doing well, too. I say it every show, but I do feel like there is some kind of public health event that will happen during a rally or a speech or something. I feel like she's able to win it, but I do feel like there may be some throwing out votes or trying to manipulate it for the Republicans. I did see that Billie Eilish endorsed Kamala too. That's awesome. I just can't wait till either Trump's in jail, he's in another country, or, something happens with his health. And we don't have to talk about him or read on him every week. It will be very nice. It's like the Trump nightmare that we've been living the last decade. It's almost over, you guys. All right. Yeah, maybe that's what it is, Linda. There's problems with counties in Georgia already dedicated to not certifying if it's in her favor. There's something there. I don't feel like they're going to be successful, but I think that is what makes Georgia feel a little bit iffy to me rather than the other states. But I do feel like she'll win North Carolina for sure. I'm not feeling a financial crash, Carrie G. No. I've heard some astrologers say that it was supposed to crash all this year during the summer and all that. We're doing all right. No, I'm not feeling a financial crash in the US. Yes, Catherine says, like Kevin, Susan, Lady G have pointed out, Trump's only purpose was to show us clearly what needs fixing into laws to really make things Pono. Yeah. And I do think that he's bringing awareness to a lot of the negative energy out there as well. It's part of this collective shift that we're going through where, we need to be aware of what's going on so that we can make those positive changes. But I do see, because of Trump, it will only make our democracy a lot stronger. There'll be more regulations in with the government. Yeah, I see the Dems getting rid of the filibuster. Let's take a look at it. Energy's changed, but I feel like Democrats being able to get work done because they're able to change the filibuster rules. And really, even if it was only a 50-50, Walls would be able to do it a tie-breaking vote because you just need a simple majority to change the filibuster rules. McConnell changed them for Supreme Court for voting them in. So let's take a look at the Senate. Will Democrats have a majority in the Senate in 2024? Tester's rates is going to be close. I read on it last week. I felt like he was going to be able to just barely get by, but I do think that Montana has abortion on the ballot as well. And I do see Sherrod Brown winning here in Ohio. I have said I felt like Texas and Florida, even Missouri possibly going to the Democrats in the Senate, which is kind of hard to believe in a presidential election. But I think Missouri and Florida will both have abortion on the ballot too, so that may be why. Oh, who will place McConnell as a Republican leader? I don't remember what the guy's name is. I remember when McConnell had his health incident, there was, I think it was like a male from Oklahoma or Kansas or somewhere out there. I can't remember his name. Is it Thune maybe? I don't know. He was up there with McConnell. I don't feel like it's Rick Scott winning it. No, it's not Tom Langford. No, I don't think it was Tom Langford. John Thune, I think. Might be Thune. Is he up there in leadership, John Thune, with McConnell? He was standing out at the time, I believe. I think it was John Thune. I could be wrong. He was out in that part of the U.S., you know, the middle of the country, in the Bible Belt. All right, are Democrats going to hold on to the Senate in 2024? It'll be close. They're working really hard getting the resources out. There's definitely some challenges. It's not a good Senate map for Democrats. It's a hard-fought battle, but I see them being victorious. Final outcome is the world coming out. 9 of Wands. It is a battle. They're a bit tired afterwards. They come out on top. 7 of Wands. But they're really going to have to fight for it. You know, I have the 5 of Wands here. There may be some challenges, some delays with some of the Senate races, but I have the pacts, agreements with the American people for the Democrats. So I'm still feeling the Senate staying blue. I see Pennsylvania staying blue, Linda. I said I feel like all the states besides maybe Georgia that Biden won in 2020 will stay blue. And I see North Carolina flipping blue. All right, you guys. Probably only have time for a couple more questions. I've read on Josh Hawley before. I do feel like there's a very strong chance he will lose, Vicky. Who's running against? Let's just take a look at Josh Hawley. And I feel like I'm coming up again and being investigated for January 6th stuff. Is Josh Hawley going to win his election in Missouri? Yeah, the cards have looked good for Lucas Kunz in the past. I do see continued investment in our resources, like our water supply. I don't know who just sent that. It just popped up. Rob. Yeah, I do see that being a priority. All right, Josh Hawley, are you going to win your Senate race? No. I get a no. Wheel of Fortune coming in, so it's karma's coming after him. He's feeling he's not very much grounded into reality. But because of foolish things he's done. The Fool also is something new coming in because there's an implosion here at the Tower. And Judgment. Again, the Hangman coming in, so could be a delay with that and challenges, but no, I would get a no from these cards. Thank you so much, Sherry, for your super chat. Blessings to you. I'm not sure when Tupperville's up for re-election, Barbara, but he's definitely got some trouble in investigations too. I don't think he's up in 2024. Is he up in 2026, 2028? I feel like he might be out 2028. Somebody wanted to read on Diddy. When I was focusing in, I was seeing the number 13 with Diddy. and I don't know if that's 13 charges he's convicted of or if he spends 13 years in jail. I feel significant jail for him. He's going down. He will be charged. Shantae. Yeah, I do see Florida coming into more purple within the next 5 years. I don't know if it goes blue this time. Maybe the next one, 2028. I feel like it could go back to blue 2028. You guys, next month, with it being right before the election, we'll be doing all of these election races. So I'm going to end it with this, though. All right. Diddy. Will he be charged for racketeering, trafficking? I'm hearing yes. The death card. It's ending for him. A lot of information coming out. Ace of Cups, emotions overflowing. The truth will be told. Wheel of Fortune, karma. Secrets being exposed. King of Swords here. Yeah, justice is coming for him. The women's truth will be told. And it was legit too. The charges are legit. Yeah. His career's over. He's going to get significant amount of jail time is what I'm feeling. But the victims will be able to share their truth. It feels like it's huge too. With like it feels like it's televised is what I'm feeling. It almost reminds me of like how everybody was tuning into the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard trials. It feels like it's very significant like that. I'm not sure on the laws, but it feels like it's televised. Like I said, the number 13 is coming through strongly with that. And I almost feel like I'm not sure how many charges were brought up against him, but I feel like he's got well over a decade in prison. And I don't know, too. I think they were asking if, or I was hearing on the news earlier, if he was going to be released on bail, but I almost felt like no. I don't know if they've announced that or not yet. 13 others with him. Oh, interesting, Chris. Yeah, it's going to be huge. I definitely feel like there's significant jail time there. To me, it almost feels like it very well he could spend the rest of his life in jail. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the judge is going to say he's going to be a flight risk. I almost feel like he's not. He's going to have to sit in jail. Yeah, it's going to be huge, you guys. But I'm glad that the victims will be able to share their truth and that there'll be justice for them. It went on way too long. When I read on it in the past too, I almost felt like there was a male that was giving the DOJ a lot of the information, like a manager or somebody that was really close to him, kind of sharing everything that he saw. There's a lot of evidence there. He put up 50 million. Was he the DA requested no bail? Does anybody know if he was given um, bail, or are they still deciding that? Yeah, it might have been the bodyguard, Carol. Oh, thank you all. Oh, and we have over 12,000 people, or 12,000, 1,200 people watching. Thank you all so much. So just again, I'm gonna wrap it up here, you guys. But Susan Lynn will be on tomorrow night. I know that you all enjoy our collabs together, and I enjoy it too. But 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Susan Lynn will be on. So sure, we'll be reading a lot of the current stuff going on. Um, I don't know if I'll be on next week, you guys. We'll see how. I have to get ready for the Chicago trip, so if I'm able to, I'll be on Monday or Tuesday. But I'll let you all know if I'm going to jump on. If not, I'll be on the following week. And if you want to learn Holy Fire Reiki with me, level 1 and 2 class, October 12th and 13th, you can sign up or read the information on my website, kevinlovingvibrations.com. I think I have 2 spots open for that in October. So anyway, you all take it easy. Take care. Like I said before, the energy is going to continue to heighten. So make sure that you're all taking care of yourself, staying grounded. If you need to take a break from the news, um, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, the energy that you're bringing in your own energy, and we'll get through it. We just had to hang in there for a couple more months, and we'll get through it. So, and make sure again, check your voter registration. Make sure that that is all good so that we can all go out and vote and keep this momentum up for Kamala Harris and the Democrats. Okay? All right, sending you all a lot of love, and I'll see you all tomorrow night, hopefully. Take care. All right, bye-bye.